Y'all see that, don't you? That right there is a family of geese. And them parents is going to be fairly protective. They're right here at my favorite little spot to talk to y'all about fishing. Oh, so instead of me either running them off or getting attacked, I think I'm going to let them have the lake for today. I'll come back tomorrow. But they going to have to be gone tomorrow. We're going to have a truce or something here. I've been watching them for a little while. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Well, let's do a little fishing now and talk about the fishing rodeo. Get this thing hammered out real quick. Won't take much. It's going to be simple. I swapped my location because that place where I was is known to be a hangout for little bitty fish. We'll get out of here on this part of the lake and see about maybe catching a bigger fish. I don't know. Some of y'all that popped in on my live stream the other night, y'all saw me catch a fish, so you know I'm qualified. Now let me get one thing out of the way here first, okay? We learn as we go. I didn't think I'd have to answer this question last year. I never thought it would come up, but we all start somewhere. The question that was asked by more than one person was, if I'm in the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo, do I have to have a fishing license? Okay. The answer to that question is yes. There's a lot of people that don't know about hunting and fishing and maybe wanting to join us. So yes, you must have a fishing license or obey whatever the laws are in your area, okay? If the game warden stops you, you can't just say, no, it's okay. I'm in the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo and I don't need a license. Robert told me. That's not going to work. And you see this right here? Oh yeah, get in there deep like. That's a powdered kind of bait, right? Now, those are known sometimes to work on police officers. I'm not too sure about game wardens. All right, we're going to have to sit down and rebait the hook. That right there. We're going to have us a donut break too. And then we're going to put some good old night crawlers on there. All right, so we got the fishing license part took care of. Now we're going to move on to bait, I guess. Don't matter whether it's live bait, cut bait, whatever, lures, none of that matters in ShedWars Fishing Rodeo. It is about bringing in food. That being said, let's talk about that. In the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo, any aquatic species counts. If you're out here at a lake and you're catching bass, bluegill, hold on, I said donut. If you catch a donut out of the lake, don't eat it. Just let the geese and ducks have it and the fish, feed the fish with that. Nobody wants a soggy donut. Anyhow, if you're out here in the freshwater and you're catching bass, bluegill, catfish, if you catching turtles, you catch you a big old snapping turtle or any kind of turtle, or maybe you got your crawfish trap set, whatever you catch in the fresh water is going to count if you're going to eat it for food.
And Robert, don't forget salt water as well, where you can catch oysters, clams, black sea bass, tautog, rockfish, striped bass. And yes, folks, it all does count. Robert, with that being said, I give it back to you.
That's right, John. That's right. Salt water too. Any species for food, whether it's in fresh water or salt water, is going to count. If you're going to eat it, it counts. It doesn't get any more simple than that. Tuna, mackerel, flounder, crabs, lobster, oysters, doesn't matter. We're talking about bringing in food for the family and showing people how to do that. All right, we're baited up now. Let's see if I can cast. There's a little cast. Now, I'm going to have to reel this in a little bit, take out the slack. So, the next subject is the weight. How are we going to weigh these things, all right? Now, you're going to need to pay close attention to this. This really matters. In the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo, there's going to be 2 different kinds of weighing in, all right? Or maybe 3. All right, you've got live weight versus dressed out weight. Okay, hear me carefully because people have already not heard in previous videos. Now, I'm going to have to reel that in because I was fixing to catch it. Something's fixing to bite that and I won't be ready. Okay, and I forgot my needle nose pliers again. There's something nibbling on it already. Okay. In the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo, each species is going to count. If it's a bluegill, or if it's a catfish, or a tuna, or a turtle, or whatever tiny little fish that is trying to take down my bobber. Oh, Lord. Okay. He's headed right for us. Each species is going to have a slot and be recognized for it being the biggest fish. That being said, live weight counts for, okay, well, he is going to take it. Come on. Oh, you went in the weeds, y'all. Y'all seeing this? Have you been there? Will he get, this fish is distracting me. Okay, we're just going to let him stay there for a minute. The fish live weight for each species. Dang it. You ever make a video and it goes like this? Oh. Dang. Okay. There we go. We're just going to let him have free reign out there for a minute. Okay. Each species will have, each species counts, okay? The largest of each species is what we're looking at for these different slots. And whoever has the biggest of each species at the end of the season, at the end of the rodeo, is going to get 5 pounds. So if on the other end of this here line is a 1 pound bluegill, it's going to count for 5 pounds. 5 pounds. That's a 5 pound bluegill right now if I were legal and could catch this fish and count it. All right, y'all can. I can't count whatever's on there. I probably won't even get it in because he's got it tangled up. A catfish. The biggest blue cat will count for 5 pounds. The biggest tuna will count for 5 pounds. The biggest crawfish. You know, you might have a crawfish. It ain't but that long, but if that's the only crawfish that somebody brings in, that's going to count for 5 pounds. Is that clear enough? If it's a clam, and it weighs 8 ounces, it counts for 5 pounds. Now that's the bonus. That's the species overall champion, kind of award there. Those pounds will go to your team's efforts. So catching multiple food species and bringing them in is going to count for 5 pounds each. And then you're going to have the overall. Whoever caught the most overall weight is going to count too. So and that's not going to have a bonus to it, I don't reckon. Just whoever's got the most overall fish. Now, this is all live weight stuff, what they call fish weight. Head, guts, and everything is going to count for that. You will not have to dress out your fish for the rodeo. Okay? You don't have to do that. Gonna make it simple for the rodeo. Your trophy fish of each species is going to count for their live weight, and your overall catching. Just catch, if you catch 50 crappie that day, put them in a bag, weigh 50 crappie. All right? It's as simple as that right there. Now, when you clean them to eat them and weigh them up, all right? Now that you do to turn in weight for ShedWars, because the difference is that's live weight versus dressed out weight. You're weighing the actual food that you bring in. It would be about like somebody harvesting a whole cow and weighing the head and the guts with it, and that's not kosher. And so the same thing goes with fish. For ShedWars, for the gardening competition where we're bringing in food of all kinds and everything, your weight there is going to be your dressed out weight. And I hope that everybody understands that. I know this is getting long-winded, and I apologize for that. A lot of people haven't heard that and haven't understood that in the past, so spend a little bit more time on it now. Let me do something with this bobber now, this fish. I'm pretty sure that was a world record bluegill on the end of that. Lost it and lost my hook. Dang it. Okay, now then, the subject of what we used last year is the reusable fish tags. This is a fun part of ShedWars, what we do. Really a lot of fun, especially if you've got kids or just want to have some fun. Make a fish tag. And I said, why do I call it a fish tag? Because you probably want to make it shaped like a fish. Get you a piece of, cut it out, draw a fish out of a milk jug or something, some kind of plastic, something that won't be damaged by the water and the rain and to be durable. And cut it out in the shape of a fish, paint it up however you want to and decorate it. And that'll be fun. What are you going to use it for? Well, one thing is on each of your species that you're going to claim. Let's say if you get out there and you catch a big crawfish, right? For that 5-pound bonus points, right? You're going to take that fish tag and write down on that fish tag the name of your species, and what day you caught it, what time, all that kind of stuff. The date, the time, the species, and its weight and its length. Okay, that's what you would do in a fishing tournament. It's a way to make sure that we're all doing things at the right time. And you have some record, because maybe it'll be whoever catches the first tuna, or whoever catches the first channel cat, right? So make a fish tag, make it durable and reusable, and understand that you're going to be wanting to put on there, write on it, and then take things off. So you might want to double it up with some tape, some masking tape or something like that to write your information. But show that tag with your catch. That's how we do that. Oh, I'm gonna put the pole down and just get out here and make this video, so I ain't gotta worry about that no more. The guy out there going fishing. He's not in the tournament. Bet he wishes he was. I'm sure he knows about it. Okay, let me clean up a couple of things with this little segment right here. I said freshwater or saltwater. There's not a brackish, estuarian, bayou category. There's none of that. Just figure out if you're going fishing and you catch a fish, whether it's freshwater or saltwater. Just choose one of those and that'll be fine. Now, something else I said. Whoever catches the most fish, that's going to, count. But that's also one of the bonus things. We are going to have a bonus thing for that. So, what are the 3 things that, if y'all are like me and you grew up in the country, every time you go fishing, we got random dude out here going by on a lawnmower, as we do. And I'm going to leave that in there. I'm tired of trying to make this video. Okay, you got three main questions when you go out there fishing. Especially if you're by yourself, you don't ask yourself this. But whoever caught the first fish, whoever caught the most fish, and whoever caught the biggest fish. Right? Those are the three questions. So those three questions are answered with a bonus. If you take your little fish tag out there and you catch the first fish, that's a bonus for 20 pounds. If you catch the biggest fish in the tournament overall, that's a 20-pound bonus. If you catch the most fish in the tournament over the season, that's 20 pounds on top of whatever fish weight that you bring in, right? We clear on that. 20 pounds extra for those three things. The first, the biggest, and the most. All right, what's next? I guess next is to take a look at this right here. After you catch your fish and you go building your fire, this is not my grill. This is just hanging out here in the park. But it reminded me, what we're doing here, catching these fish is going to open up some content ideas for people. You're going to be able to do some catch, clean, and cook episodes for your channel if you want to. Those are pretty popular. Going to have recipes you can use. Maybe you want to show people how you cook your fish. We may even have challenges for that throughout the season. But the ShedWars Fishing Rodeo is something that's for fun. And I hope everybody will have fun taking part in this. We did last year, and this will be our second year that we're doing it. Look at those lily pads out there. It's nice stuff. Anyhow, when does it end? I believe I just looked at the calendar and said September 26th. Let me go back and check. Okay, September 26th, 2/6. That's on a Monday. So that is also basically a week before we end Shed Wars. Maybe 2 weeks. It's almost somewhere between a week and 2 weeks. We don't want to try to wrap up the fishing rodeo and Shed Wars, all that at the same time. We'll have some different individual things that we do for that, separate things. But yeah, it's, we ain't cooking on that either. But I hope y'all have fun with this. I really do. Because the ways that we bring in food is not just out of the ground. It's not just about gardening. And if you want to, in some of your videos, you can teach people how to fish. You can even do that. It's not a requirement. The only thing that we ask people is just to have fun and come along with us. Now, the other thing that it reminded me of, this grill, is the many different ways that we do things, and the many different ways that people can sponsor what we're doing. Times are getting a little tight for everybody. So instead of us flinging out a bunch of money this year on all these bonuses and everything, and gift certificates or anything like that, this is going to be for bragging rights, right? We're going to start off with just bragging rights. That's what's most important anyhow. But we are going to ask that if anybody wants to do some sponsoring of Shed Wars and our fishing rodeo, you can. Let's say you've got a particular fish that's your favorite fish. Maybe you like to catch crappie, and you would like to sponsor somebody, whoever catches the biggest crappie or the most crappie. And you think, you'd like to offer something up to whoever does that, we welcome you to do that. just send me an email at ShedWarsFishingRodeo@gmail.com. We're not going to let anybody just to sponsor, okay? You have to be approved by John and myself. That way we hopefully keep out any kind of trouble. There's no telling what somebody might want to promote, and they leave us hanging and out to dry there, just like that float there is. So if you are interested in sponsoring Shed Wars Fishing Rodeo in any way, send in an email to ShedWarsFishingRodeo@gmail.com, and we'll be happy to talk to you about it. And it could be sponsoring anything from, or offering up fishing lures, gift cards, condiments, like the dry rubs and things like that people do, or herbs for cooking, you name it. Bring us the idea, and we'll see what we can do for you. We find that doing that and offering the chance for people to sponsor lets them bring out a little more attention to their channel and to whatever commercial endeavors they may be having. A lot of cottage industries, people trying to make a little buck or two out of their home. And this helps out people. Put your name out there a little bit. Let me see, was there something else? I believe that I've got all the important details of the fishing rodeo wrapped up now. Now, if I've left something out, or if we've added anything, there will be an official video to update that. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I want to end this with something cute. Something way cuter than me, right? And a special shout out. A special shout out to two guys, right? As of today, this is Tuesday. Today is one of our Shed Wars members' birthdays. Tommy Sunshine from Time to Shine Homestead. His birthday is today. So y'all go over to Time to Shine Homestead and wish him a happy birthday. Now, tomorrow, which is going to be the day that this is released, so you'll be watching this on John's birthday. John at Will It Grow, my partner and buddy there up in Cape Cod. So make sure that you wish John a happy birthday. John and Tommy both there. Now what have I got? I found something here. Found something. Look here, it's gonna be so cute. Look quick now, look. Little baby toad. So this Shed Wars video, or this Shed Wars Fishing Rodeo video, is brought to you by nature. Y'all be good. Let's go fishing. Hop. There you go. Y'all be good.